Guys, Marseille here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so we are continuing on with the showcases of the Universe 6 sub EZAs with the STR Frost. So I know this guy is a bit of a meme. He was not very good when he came out anyway, and I believe I've seen people say that his EZA out of the 3 sub EZAs from when they came out on JP that he is the worst. So we're going to be checking him out here. Haven't given him any equips because I would imagine even if he was decent, I probably wouldn't use him again much after this showcase video anyway, but we'll see. He greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, does supreme damage and lowers attack, so greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn is a good super attack effect, so he's got that going for him at least. And then his passive is key 3, launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super. Okay, so we could get another greatly raised, that's pretty good. And then high chance of performing a crit. Oh, for 6 turns from the character's entry turn. So then he loses that. So he has a high chance to... additional super that has a high chance to become... additional attack that has a high chance to become a super. And high chance to crit. But only for 6 turns. Okay. And then attack and defense 160. Additional attack 180 and defense 120. With a high chance to stun when performing a super. So he does get 120% defense on super as well as the greatly raise, but after that 6 turns when that extra attack runs out, he's going to be significantly worse because so the 120% on super means that he's going up to what, nearly 400, then we get the 50%, so he's not going to be super far away from 500k, and if he does get the additional super, he will be over 500k defense. But this is a rotation where we have him linked up with the tech Frost that he is a 7 of 7 link partner with, but who is not a particularly great unit, so not exactly a unit that we super care about. You know, it's like, oh yeah, he's got a perfect link partner, but it's a unit that we're probably not going to be running in some of the more difficult content. Although, I mean, that's a 12 million attack stat right there with an additional into a 13 million, so I mean, damage wise that's pretty good. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I was not expecting that kind of damage, and then this guy's got a 4 million attack stat. Okay, because I think does he count as transformation boost? Because the tech Frost obviously does give some support. Of course, he gets supered. How much does he take from this? This is tech cell, remember, weak boss, 160k. Good stuff. So yeah, I'm a bit surprised that he does that much damage, actually. That's pretty good. And then with the double super, like I say, he's over 500k defense. The big problem will be, of course, that he doesn't have any defensive tech. So any of the big bosses, a super attack is just going to kill him. Even Fusions and Masu. I mean, I say even Fusions and Masu, like his super attack doesn't hit incredibly hard. But I mean in the sense that even Fusions and Masu, who is type disadvantage to Frost, and he would still destroy Frost, right? So that's a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. I'll just go ahead and do this. KO, not really an ideal slot 1 unit, but she does have type advantage. The other KO has no Caulifla on the rotation, so just go ahead and do this. Once we've got the KOs floating around, potentially transforming, it'll be a little bit better, but I mean, we're not here to showcase KO or see her performance anyway. This is the weird thing with, like, so we've done the Bota Magetta showcase already. I should put these up in the order I record them, but I've done the Bota Magetta showcase already, and that unit can serve a role as like a slot 1 unit on this team for Kale. But Frost, the problem is that if you throw Frost on Kale's team, he's probably just going to end up being a 3rd slot floating unit, and so that means his passive is going to run out quicker, which is not really what you want. And then, yeah, he's not really going to be doing a crazy amount of damage. Also, I've just realized how awfully this turn has turned out for us rotation-wise, because Tech Frost is potentially going to get absolutely destroyed in slot 3 here. I mean, Bota Magetta haven't been hit yet either, so they're not going to have their defense buff. We do have a Universe 6 ally, so of course they are guarding, but hopefully Tech Frost can at least survive. They're getting hit, what, 3 times is that? So I mean, 12 mil, again, remember that's with the little bit of support and obviously everything that the Tech Frost is giving, including the links, but that's without having a support unit on the rotation. So you think about, like, when we get those 50% support EZAs, if we had STR hit on rotation with this guy, giving him 50% extra support as well, he's going to be very, very good. Apparently, I did underestimate Tech Frost. He's only taking double digits despite the type disadvantage. So, fair enough for him, I guess. Better than I expected. I'll take it. I don't think there's any reason not to transform Kale, but since she gets to attack, I do need to double check. I should have done this after the after the first Boa Magetta showcase where I mentioned it as well, right? Because once we transform into this Kale, does she have anything for... Yeah, 6 turns from the entry turn. I did wonder why I was thinking that. So in a longer event, you don't want to transform her straight away if you don't have to. And since we don't have to here, because we can get our supers off, get that extra defense and the damage reduction, we've now got a Caulifla on rotation. So yeah, if you don't need to transform her, there's no point. Especially because she's getting extra defense. And on this turn, she's basically going to kill Cell before he would have even got to attack her, I think. Well, once she's transformed, I think she can get the extra attack as well. But then you're kind of wasting it, right? You're getting 100% defense for this turn, and she gets hit with like 1 normal attack. So yeah, no point to transform her if we don't have to. I knew there was a reason why I thought I'd want to hold off transforming her. But yeah, an extra 100% defense for 6 turns is pretty good, so we will take that. And then yeah, Kale and Caulifla can finish off the good old global exclusive Limit Breaker second form Cell. I wonder if they will ever fix that, because it's still going. So these guys share 3 links. Nothing too crazy. It's kind of what all of the Tournament of Power like characters are sharing, right? For Universe 6. Tournament of Power, Fierce Battle, Warriors of Universe 6. So we'll put you here. Hopefully you're not going to get super attacked. Do I want to transform Kale? I think I won't transform Kale yet here as well, actually. Although we've got no Caulifla on the rotation, so I think I will, just in case. I want to make sure we're not getting clapped up in slot 3 here, because this Cell can multiple super, which he's going to do straight away here for the boys. But they've got their buff now, so still 1.5. Hopefully that means he's not going to super. I say 1.5 as if it's million, right? We'd be dead. Still 150k. Hopefully him supering there, though, means he isn't going to super Frost. Double super from Boa Magetta as well means they're even more tanky now. So they're going to be fine here in slot 1. 7.8. So you can see the amount of extra power he's getting from those links from Frost and the support. That's why I wanted to split them up so we could see this turn of him without that. Because like I said, if you're throwing him onto Kale's team, he's probably only really going to have a role on that team as a 3rd slot floating unit. Now, we did get the triple super this turn, so that is 3 greatly raises of defense, which is good. And this Cell can be stunned, so that works out quite nicely. But yeah, you can see significantly lower numbers without those links. So that's what he's going to be doing if you're running, like, you know, a Kale on both rotations, maybe Boa Magetta in slot 1. The other rotation, you've got like Kale and Caulifla, something like that. Those are the kind of numbers that you're going to be seeing a lot more regularly from that guy. So that's kind of what we need to judge him by more so. I mean, in shorter events, obviously, he's going to be hitting hard and getting those extra buffs, where he's getting the extra attack and everything for the first couple of turns. And then I suppose it's one of those things where if you're going to run him in the event for whatever reason, you could bring the Tech Frost on the team, and depending on the starting rotation, as long as you get them together once within those first couple of turns where Frost is getting the extra attack and the crit chance, then obviously he's going to be able to do a lot of damage. But unfortunately, you know, most of the shorter difficult events that we have at the moment are things like the Dismal Future Red Zone, which we already know tech units are not particularly well suited for anyway. But then, yeah, a banner unit like the Frost is really not going to be very good in those kind of events. So you are going to be getting a lot less, you know, impressive performance out of Frost when he's not linked up with his best link buddy here. So, and even the Tech Frost himself, of course, is considerably worse when we just have him randomly floating in the 3rd slot here. So, is he going to die to this? He's got type advantage at least, so... Ooh. It was close. He doesn't even take double digits from the normals, which is kind of wild. We got a lot of support on this rotation, though. How much defense do you have? Yeah, I can't really risk putting him in slot 1, right? Because if he just insta-supers, then I'm dead. So I'll have to do this and hope that because he gets the heal, Boa Magetta shouldn't kill him. And then, as long as he doesn't super me immediately, and Boa Magetta will get their attack off. Their defense is now very high. they're going to hopefully be able to tank a super here as well. Just hopefully he just doesn't super, but perfect. And then with the support from Kale, it's 8.7. Because remember, Kale gives Universe Survival Saga allies a buff. But as you can see, now that we've got past the 6 turns, no additional attack. So we didn't get an additional from the passive. We didn't get the hidden potential. And we didn't get a crit. Fortunately, he did stun. Otherwise, potentially we could have been in a spot of trouble there. But yeah, that kind of just shows you how awkward that setup can be. You probably actually are going to be better off in slot 1, right? Because you're either going to dodge or just tank perfectly fine, and then there's no other attacks. So, in fact, with the Dokkan attack, we probably could just quite easily one-turn this phase. They didn't dodge. Come on. Well, we're dead. Honestly, with the Frost showcase, funny that the Universe 6 ones have both ended this way so far, but I mean, you see what happens with Frost as soon as we get out of the 6 turns. I don't know really how much more in-depth I need to go with STR Frost, if I'm being honest. As I've already said, we'll do all 3 of the Universe 6 sub EZA showcases, then we'll put them all on a team and see how well they do. Do we want to try Fusions of Marseille? Well, that might... We'll see how it goes, I guess. It could be just a couple of deaths in a row, but once we've done the 3 showcases, we'll try them out in an actual difficult event. But yeah, STR Frost, he can hit hard when he's got those links active and a bit of support, but in terms of how you would probably build the ideal Kale team, he just doesn't really have a spot on that team, right? So a little bit disappointing, but it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.